Welcome back, friends. This is a 5-episode series regarding the type of mentors and motivators that you may run into. We've already talked in the previous episodes about the steam engines and the diesel engines or the internal combustion engines insofar as these mentors and motivators are concerned. Today we are going to talk about the electric locomotives among the mentors and motivators who are generally in the spiritual avatar guru. Having said that, at the very outset, I may say that the word religion is sedulously avoided. It is about the spirit, it is about meditation, it is about connecting the Atma to the Paramatma, the soul to the omniscient God. But not from the angle of a person who's to be a recluse, but a person who's involved in the corporate world, is a politician, is a public man, is a businessman, too busy doing things, so many stresses and strains, ethical and moral dilemmas in daily life, how to balance things under tremendous stress. And these spiritual gurus, they propose a solution to all the problems that infest the common man. So what exactly do they prescribe? The setting is generally in the retreats. I wouldn't like to use the word ashram. They can even hire big marriage palaces, sometimes take school premises, have volunteers and dish out courses. And some of the things they tell you are fairly rudimentary. For instance, stress is a phenomenon which is external to you. You have no control over it. So it's all the time there. What is within your control is how much you strain. A person who would have studied physics would say, well, this is like Young's modulus of elasticity. But it makes a lot of sense when they talk in this term, that how much you strain. Two people under the same set of circumstances would respond differently. That is one. The other is that you can't change people. All you can do is change yourself. You can't change your circumstances. You can change the attitude and your reaction to those circumstances. So these folks talk in terms of non-government organizations, about trusts, foundations, not-for-profit organizations, Section 25 companies, and well, if you're making a donation by check, you get an ATG type of exemption, and they would encourage you for donations and also for subscriptions if you cannot pay. And sometimes a lot of peer pressure is created that even if you find that the payment is optional, even if you find that the fee to attend the course is optional, you would under peer pressure end up paying much more. And it is not as if all the participants in these courses are equal. There are absolutely bare bones where people can be sleeping on the mats on the ground, in dormitories, using common bathrooms, and then people getting smaller rooms, maybe with attached bathrooms, and then an absolutely 5-star facility, generally meant for the foreigners, but animals who are more equal can get that facility. So those are the people who really have some value, and if you can cull out what resonates with you, you can really find a path, because they say that one of the objectives of attending those courses is to help you to discover as to what your purpose is. This is nothing but something extracted from Bhagavad Gita. Ultimately, what your dharma is, what your higher calling is. And these courses, they claim that they can help you to discover what your ultimate purpose in life is. But, friends, my humble submission is that the type of surrounding, seclusion, tranquility which you find in those premises, that is not there in our real lives. So everything seems to be working miraculously as long as you're taking that smooth joyride on the electric locomotive. But once you're back to your daily chores, to your basic life, then you find that there is no time for meditation. There is no time to sit in silence. There is no time to ruminate. There is no time to be doing yogic exercises for 2 hours a day. And it virtually looks as if the plug of the electric locomotive has been pulled and you come to a screeching halt. But lest it be said otherwise, these are very useful contents, and if you can have some takeaways, imbibe them into your real life and schedule, and make it into something which you enjoy doing, and have those reference points with reference to any dilemmas that may crop up in life, these are going to stand you in good stead. But they are not something which will get you salvation. That requires your own efforts, and for that we'll be talking in terms of the rocket engine mentors and spiritual gurus in our last and concluding episode. Stay tuned, and friends, if you think that there is value in these small talks, please do not hesitate to like, share, comment and subscribe. Stay tuned for our last and culminating episode next.